welcome back to another episode from BlockBreakingSMP, episode 3. In our last episode, we made this lovely automatic bee farm and we decorated it, and I think it turned out amazing. We've got our little fishing pond here, we've got our honey bottle bees and our honeycomb bees, and I was able to get geared up so that not only do we have these shiny little boots here, but we also have full diamond armor and even some diamond tools. We were able to go and meet up with Honey and use her villagers that she has with T and King. And in our last episode, we were able to find 5 diamond ore in stone and 9 deep slate coal ore, and I was super excited about that. Also, in some off-camera time, we had June give us an ancient debris because we had won the 0 deaths competition. We still don't have a death, but then Lefty was kind enough to give me 3 ancient debris. So thank you, Lefty, and thank you, June, for those little treats. And apparently, Bangs, one of the members, she stopped by? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know if this was like just like a hey, I'm here, or like a threat. What do you guys think? What is this, huh? Bangs? What do you want? What's going on, girl? But today's episode, I realized we need to do something about our chest situation. It is that time in the series where my chests are starting to get pretty full. Also, I got stuff to prep us for an enchanting room, but we need a chest room. And I think I also want to start working on our auto flower farm so we can get that up and running as well. And since we do have our bee farm made, we need to make a shop for that by a spawn. So those are the things that we're going to be working on today, but let's go outside. I have already selected my spot that I'm going to be building our storage room, and it's going to be right on this hill, and this is the shape for it. So I'm thinking that the door will either go right in here or potentially right in here, but here's what we got for supplies. So the color palette is going to be a mix of the oak and spruce. I'm also going to use bone blocks for some of the walls, and we are going to be using the new mangrove logs with some netherrack for the roof palette, and then decorating it with some different signs, and the stairs are also going to be used for our roof, some leaves, and other things. So now that you kind of know the layout for today and what we're going to be building, let's get right into the time lapse. And as we walk up our path, here is our storage room. I absolutely love how this turned out. As you can tell from the time lapse, halfway through I changed out our wood edging from spruce to be oak because I felt like it matched our starter base color palette a lot better, and I think that was a good call. I love how netherrack blends so well with the new mangrove wood, as well as granite and brick for our little chimney there. All the way around we have some flower boxes and some vines. I kind of used the oak trapdoors to create a little bit of dimension around our windows. Same thing on the back here, vines, leaves, flower boxes, the same kind of window, using fence gates as well to kind of create those shutters, and the same thing on this side, added a few glowberries and some lanterns. We've got a lovely little deck made of the trapdoors as well. And then when we come inside, here's what we have. We've got our little furnace stove section right here. All of my food I'm keeping right by our stove area. I'm slowly starting to label all of my chests, working my way onto this side of things. I've got a little couch area so I can wait for my blast furnace and furnace to smelt things. Got some barrels, our stone cutter, and then upstairs we have more of the storage plus a little bed space, a few more chests. We can look out the window at different spots. We see a lovely sunset out this window when it gets dark at night. But I really like how this turned out, and I'm glad that we have all of the honeycomb so we can start using candles. But this is what we have for our storage room and our second level. I think I'm really glad that we have this in case we're ever just, smelting some things and we need to go to sleep. But I'm gonna head back over to our starter home, grab a few things, and then we are going to get on with our episode. The next thing on our agenda is we are going to be working on an auto flower farm because this season I want to be selling dyes. I just love little Banks' little thing here. It's so funny. But I have already started preparing supplies so that we can go off. I found a flower forest not too far away. So we're going to go check out this flower forest that I found, and I already have 2 sets of auto flower farm list items all ready to go. So all we really have left to do is to back up our little boat here and then go for an adventure. All right, and we are approaching. So you can see there's the village, there's a little bit of a sunflower field, and then right over here is all of our different flowers in the flower forest. So now we just have to pick 2 spots to give us the most amount of dye. Okay. So we've got white tulips and pink tulips here, blue cornflowers. We've got red and orange, which are good base colors. So over here, there's quite a bit actually. All right, everyone, we found our first spot to build our auto flower farm. Now, I was going for getting red and some of this light gray, and we've got purple in here. There was also some of the orange tulips that were in here as well. So I feel like this is a good little spot to test out how many flowers we can get. So let's get started with the time lapse building this place up. All right, everyone, we have got our flower farm and it is working. Look at this. So this is a design by Craft. In the top right corner, I will put the card so you can click and follow that if you want to do this yourself. But I'm super proud of this. I've never made a flower farm before, and it's actually working. I just need to figure out a way to pick up all of the flowers. But we get purple, we get light gray, and we get red, which is great. We're getting a few of the orange, which is what I also wanted to make sure I can do, but we got seeds, so we can make the unlimited bone meal. And now I had a bit of a hard time getting the dispensers to correctly be placed, but here is the inside. I was having a really hard time with the dispensers getting them correctly placed, but this worked. So this is my dispenser with all my bone meal, and you need to have the observer face away from the block, and then also you need to have them facing up. So you heard it just tick. So that is the placement. I was following a tutorial that did not have it placed this way, but had everything else set up correctly, and this was how I troubleshot it, was by following the one by Sugarcraft, who had them placed this way, and it now works. We've got a flower farm, which is great. Now I want to make another one so that we can get flowers besides our alliums, our azure bluets, and red tulips and orange tulips. Now I think for a second area we are going to use this spot right here so that we can get our blue cornflowers, so that we have blue dye, because we already have red over there. We'll have blue, and then I think we're gonna make a too tall flower farm with sunflowers so that we have yellow and have the primary colors all sorted out at least. So I'm gonna get to work just converting this into what you see over there, and we'll be back in a moment. And farm number 2 is working. So we're getting mainly cornflowers and the oxeye daisies, which I think is totally okay. Let's just turn this off again. Because, you know, even though it's efficient, they're super loud. So now that we've gotten this one underway, it's got all the bone meal in there, I'd say we've done a pretty good job here. The last thing that I wanted to do today, guys, was actually about our bees again. We need to make a shop so we can make some diamonds. So now that I have a little bit of dye, I can combine some of the flowers to make some dyes, and we can include the dyes in our honey shop at spawn. So let's go back to our base area and get working on collecting up our honey supplies, and then we'll move our way over to spawn to set up a shop. Alright everyone, here is our spot of our future bee and dyes shop. This is temporary because I think I want to make it a little bit better, but this is the center of spawn. We all started up on that hill over there, and then there's shops all on this side, a little path, and then you lead right to mine. There is a problem though. It looks like I had said that I was going to be doing some dyes and colors this season and bee products, and I think I have some competition. Ice dye. We got a little ice cream shop here. Nothing's in it yet, but I definitely think someone is coming for the dye brand, so I gotta get my dyes in shop before they get their dyes in their shop, because whoever gets there first gets the business. Next, we bumped into Captain Kai, who is a new member to Season 2, so it was super fun to meet him for the first time. I showed him that my shop was coming soon, and he can get bee products and dyes, and then he told me that his shop was in fact the ice cream shop, and he will be selling dyes, same as me, so he was my competition. So we chatted for a bit more, we sat down outside his ice cream truck in his lovely chairs, and then I said goodbye to go get the rest of my supplies to build my shop. Alright everyone, we have all the supplies that we need to start building our little bee on a flower. So my idea is we're gonna have a large tulip flower rising up so it's noticeable, and then a bee on top of it so that people know there's flowers and dyes here. All right, everyone. In typical block breaking member fashion, our bee has been pranked. He has got a monocle and a mustache like Mumbo. And if anyone has watched season 1, in different people's episodes, we had a sheep at our previous shopping district for the wool shop, and he also had a monocle for most of the season, and so did my skeleton shop. I made a skeleton head for my shop exterior, and we already got pranked. I just came back a few days later to show you guys the final product of our bee shop, and it's already been pranked. But this is what we have for our bee shop, everyone. We have a little flower pot. I might change the design. I'm not completely sold on it, but we've got our little flower pot with a flower in it and our little very sophisticated bee friend on top of it. And apparently Honey approves of this shop, which makes sense because her name literally has the word honey in it. But we have our shop. It is now open, and we've got honeycomb and honey blocks. I'm doing a stack for a diamond, 2 stacks for a diamond here, and we've got our dyes. Oh, yes! We got sales, guys! I'm making money! We've got red, orange, and yellow in this one, a green, lime, and blue. Oh, wow. Oh my, okay, I had like 12 green, like I didn't even have a full diamond, but they're taking them, so yay. I'm making money. Okay, we had cyan, light blue, and purple. Oh my. Okay, I just came to show you guys that we made our build. Wow, oh my gosh, wait, they're just taking one of each. They're literally taking one of each. Oh my gosh, I'm like, okay. Guess we gotta make some new dyes, guys. My goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna put whatever I can in here for now and come back later. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't expect to make sales so quickly, but of course I will take it. But that's awesome. So we've got colored dyes. I'm selling it for any 2 stacks of color for a diamond so that people can kind of mix and match. But we've got all of our different colors. I used some stained glass for the floors and the honey blocks for the walls as well. And then we've got our flower pot with the dirt inside it. But I think this is so fun. What do you guys think of our little bee build? I know he now has a monocle, but I think it's pretty great. Continuing on in the block breaking, pranking spirit of any mob that is at spawn. But we made some sales. That's so exciting. Yeah, we made 15 diamonds. Pick up. But guys, on that note, that is all the time that I have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed what we got done today. We did a lot. We were able to make ourselves a storage room, and we moved all our chests, so we officially are all moved into our storage room. We were able to make 2 different automatic flower farms and start making the dyes section of our shop, and we brought our honey products here and made ourselves our first shop, and we made 15 diamonds out of it, so that's awesome. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time.